when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
And that song that you just heard was Belly by, is it Jane Doe? Is it Jane Doe?
I feel like I actually don't know. It looks like it's a French pronunciation,
Yeah.
so it's like
I probably should have
Jean.
looked that up, right?
But maybe,
Probably should have looked that up.
maybe just a little bit.
Oh.
But maybe it's a play on word. Maybe it's a play on words, though.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe. Anyway. Anyway. Hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. We took a little bit of a long break. Actually, it's been a bit of a break since our last episode, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's life. Sometimes you really need that shit, and I think we really needed that shit. So I'm not even mad at it. But tell me, what did you think of the song? What were your thoughts?
So I don't feel like it was something that I would necessarily seek out on my own.
Okay.
But like I feel like it was a nice little like I don't know, just kind of it gave me a little bit of like house vibes.
But she is from Chicago. Jane Doe's from
okay.
Chicago. Jane Doe. I'm sorry, I'm gonna figure it out, girl. I swear to God. But she is from Chicago, so yeah.
But it was interesting. I think it's not necessarily my style, but like I appreciated the artistry of it.
I love that. I actually I don't know where I heard this song, but I'm almost 1,000% sure that I heard it like in some TV show, like synced in some TV show. And I don't know, maybe it might have been rap shit. I might have to check and see if it was. It might have been rap shit, but I'm not 100% sure. It might have been something else. But then I heard it and I was like, oh my God, what's that? So I Shazammed it and then I added it to my playlist. And then I forgot that I heard it in a TV show. And I kept thinking to myself, this is the perfect song to like get synced in like a TV show. You know how like some people like make their music for that purpose of getting synced in TV shows and getting synced on like, you know, commercials like Vince Staples. But
like Vince Staples literally was about to say.
but I think that's what this is, and so you know, and I like saw on Twitter she was like, you know, like with everything that's been going on, which we're gonna talk about. That she was talking about, like, you know, one day like everybody's gonna stop leaving me out of, you know, the conversations about female rap, you know, and she just got her first plaque for a song she made with Saba when she was 19 and things like that.
That's awesome.
So I'm kind of just like, okay, well, let's talk about it, you know? She's very talented. Like if you listen to some of her other shit, you probably have heard some of her other shit. Like, especially that song. I think that song she did with Kehlani, that's like the really popular one, you know, call me anytime you wanna get it. No, something. Oh my God.
I was really I was like literally like vibing to what you were saying. But like if you find it, let me know. Because I love Kehlani.
I'm 1,000% sure I like this song. Hold on. No, because now I gotta look for it. Otherwise, it's not like you gotta add it to your playlist. I gotta look for it.
Yeah.
Anytime. It's called Anytime. It's Jane Doe, Kehlani, and Wonderful. I don't know. But anyway, she's really spitting on that. And I really like Kehlani's verse on that. But that was kind of my introduction to Jane Doe. And I might be saying her name wrong. I'm really sorry. But it's a good song. It's a good video. And so I kind of wanted to just shout her out. But yeah.
For sure.
That.
Well, cool. How have you been?
Oh my gosh, tired.
That sounded like such a loaded question. It's like, ooh, how much time do you have?
I've honestly just been so tired. I feel like every week has been something different in my life.
Yeah.
Just going on. And I'm just like hanging on. The Kendrick concert is on Friday.
Ooh, that should be good. I've heard that it's been a great experience for like people who have gone.
And I've been like blocking all of the spoilers because I want it to be like a completely new experience for me.
Fresh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna take shrooms before I go. And then I'm gonna go, and I'm going alone. My friend was supposed to come with me, but then they got COVID, or they didn't, but they're sick
Damn.
and something, but they can't come to the show anymore. So I'm going by myself, and I have general admission seats, which I would never typically do because like I don't have time for all that shit. But for
Yeah.
Kendrick, I really want him to like make eye contact with me. Like I want him, I want me and him to have our moment. So that's what I did. I got the general admission floor seats, and I paid, some money for it. But whatever, I was, whatever.
No, you're gonna have fun. Like this is what you spend your money on, right?
Yeah, this
is the point of having income, right? To be able to have experiences like this,
Exactly. So yeah, that's me. But what about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, no, honestly, been on some work grind,
Right.
but also just like, hanging out with friends, trying to enjoy the last bits of like sunshine before it starts to get cooler out here on the East Coast. We're about to head into the fall season.
Oh yeah,
should be nice. But just enjoying the outside time, hanging out with a little boo thing.
Okay, not a little boo. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're gonna be in your matching.
You thought I was feeling you.
Oh, wait a minute.
You thought I was feeling you.
That nigga much. That's crazy that we talked about that song, and then right after,
I know.
that shit just kind of like flew.
We just know. We just know.
Really know. And I was just thinking to myself today, when we're talking, because we're about to get into the topic, I was like,
yeah,
it's almost award season time, ain't it? It's
that
almost time. It's September. It's really almost that time for award season.
Right.
And when I say award season, I mean our awards. The
yes,
only one
awards.
that matters. And so I've been adding a ton of like stuff to the playlist for the awards list contenders. But if you listen to this, and I'll share the playlist, and you're like, you don't have X, Y, and Z on there, girl, let me know. I'm gonna put it on the playlist, because when it comes time for categories and shit, we gonna be getting into it. But
it'll be a battle.
But it's okay. It's all in good fun. It's because we fucking care. That's why it's a battle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Getting into some topics, the BET Hip Hop Awards just released their nominations. So I'm just about to go through it.
Right.
I'm about to go through it. Cardi B is leading. She has 6 nominations, which is more than any other female rapper. She has 6 nominations.
But she's only put out like one song.
Yeah, that was weird to me. And the song was not good.
Not that great.
I listened to the song a total of 2 times.
I was like, I was about to say, who's returned to it?
If you've returned to hot shit, call us on the hotline.
Let us know.
Let us fucking know.
Let us know.
You know what we should do? One day we should do like Nicki Minaj and go live on AMP. And we should just be like, we should just do like a live episode and let people call in, and
that would be dope.
It'll be like a Hot Topics episode where we will literally just be talking like mad shit, and we'll just have people call in. I'm gonna look into this.
That would be so funny.
I'm gonna look into this because I actually would really love that. But anyway, okay. So I'm gonna go through. I'm only gonna talk about our girls. So City Girls and Usher are nominated for Best Hip Hop Video for Good Love.
Yep.
Cardi B is nominated for Best Hip Hop Video for Hot Shit with Kanye and Lil Durk. And Bia and J. Cole, oddly enough, are nominated for Best Video for that awful song, London. For Best Collaboration, again, City Girls and Usher, Cardi B and all those niggas. For Song of the Year, Big Energy, Fuck Nigga Free, our song of the summer. Hot shit.
Let's go.
And for Impact Track, About Damn Time by Lizzo. Nobody, Nas featuring Lauryn Hill. Pussy by Lotto. Woman by Doja Cat. For Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist, we have Doechii, Glorilla. And honorable mention to Saucy Santana, because we love that motherfucker. For Best Duo or Group, surprise, surprise. No City Girls. But you want to know who is on the list? You want to know who is on the list? 42 Doug and SG. Big Sean and Hit Boy. Birdman and Young Boy, whatever.
NBA,
NBA Young,
yeah,
I was trying to
young
figure
boy. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Blast.
But like, whatever that little nigga's name is.
Blast and Bino Redo, the baby and NBA Young Boy. So he's on here twice. Earth Gang, Styles P, and Havoc. That doesn't make sense to me.
These are all so random.
And
I feel like Earth Gang, I'm okay
they're
with.
actually a group, though. Earth Gang is actually a group. Hit Boy is just a producer.
This doesn't make sense.
And again, it's like they will do everything but give the city girls what they deserve. You know what I mean?
But also like going back a little bit for like Impact Track, like didn't Woman come out like last year?
In fact,
like are we backtracking?
It did in fact come out in 2021, but you know what? I guess this is a world in which they do whatever they want. So best live performer. This was another one that was interesting. Because Cardi B is nominated, Doja Cat is nominated, which makes sense, but what performances has Cardi B done?
I was about to say.
Of what and when? So that doesn't make any sense to me. For Lyricist of the Year, haha, there are no women nominated. But guess who is nominated? Baby Keem, Benny the Butcher, Drake, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Jay-Z, and Kendrick, of course.
You know how
I know how you feel about Jack Harlow, but I know how I feel about Jack Harlow. And
I'm not gonna comment. I won't comment. I just won't comment.
Okay, for Hip Hop Artist of the Year, we have Cardi, Doja, and Megan. It's crazy that Megan didn't get more nominations. Like, why didn't Megan get a Best Live Performer nomination?
She was everywhere this year.
Still is too. She just finished Rock in Rio. And for Album of the Year, Lotto got nominated for 777, which I'm okay with. For Hustler of the Year, Cardi B is nominated again, which I don't know. And Megan Thee Stallion are nominated. And for Best Hip Hop Platform, Carisha Please got nominated.
Listen, I don't know what I tune into her show. I really do.
I be watching it.
I watch it. Like I watch that shit. I don't care. I really don't.
I love her. For DJ of the Year, we have Nyla Simone, who is a DJ, nominated. Producer of the Year, surprise, surprise, no women. Video Director of the Year, Tiana Taylor is actually nominated. Then we have for Sweet 16, so like Verse of the Year, still again, no women. We do have some international women. So we have Tasha and Tracy. Apparently they're a rap duo from Brazil. I've never heard of these people. I'm gonna be 100%. But now I'm gonna tune into them. It's Nadia Nakai from Zimbabwe, Le Juice from France, Javier Mighty from Canada. So they're new artists for us to check into. But yeah,
that's exciting.
None of them are taking any of these awards home. I'm very sorry.
No.
I'm looking at the what's up against them. I just know how they are. I know how these awards are when it comes to women. And I'm sorry, as much as I really do think Lotto should win an award. I just feel so bad for her. Because I feel like they just didn't do her or they just I don't think like her going up against Drake, Future, NBA Youngboy, and all these. But I do think she deserves it.
It's gonna be a fair battle.
But I do think she deserves it. That's the thing.
No, I agree. I'm just honestly confused the amount of times that Cardi B has been mentioned on this list. To be honest, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just choked on some water. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hip Hop Artist of the Year. She released again one single this entire year.
I would actually believe that Nicki Minaj should have been nominated for that. It's over Cardi B.
That's true. The
people that I could see being nominated for that are Lotto.
Lotto, yeah.
1000% should have been on that list.
High key, Rico Nasty, the amount of features she's been on this year.
Millie is not even nominated once. And that, to me, that's criminal. Not for anything. Not even Sweet 16. It's
Yeah, this is an interesting list. We'll see how everything plays out,
Yeah.
but good luck to all the nominees,
Good luck
though,
to all the
for all
nominees
the
who are women.
girls.
That's the only.
Yeah,
There's only
like,
one focus that I am rooting for. I'm rooting, like Issa Rae said, I'm
yeah,
rooting for everybody black.
well, black.
I'm rooting for most of the black women. I do have to say that, not all of them,
Yeah,
and we will get into why. Um, Rap shit is the season 2 is actually official now.
let's go.
So what
How did you think it ended? Like,
you're gonna
how did you enjoy the
you're
season?
gonna be so upset when I tell you I have not watched the last episode.
Oh, you
I've
haven't?
been
Oh,
so
damn.
busy. I have not been able to take in anything new except the
That's
things that
fair.
I absolutely had to. I had
Yeah.
full intentions of on my lunch break today watching the last episode because I knew we were going to talk about it, and then I decided to take a nap. So,
Oh no, that's totally fair. That's totally
so
fair.
I am not
No,
on that last episode.
but all I'll say is that like I think the end of the season teed up a good season
Oh
two.
my god, I
That's what I'll
can't
say.
wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it like as soon as I have like free time, which literally won't be until Sunday. But I'm gonna watch it
Yeah.
on Sunday. And so by the time we record our next episode, I'll be able to engage in this. But I think I just like
Nice.
wanna say one more time, and like actually not just one more time, I'm gonna say it a million more times. Like Issa Rae is everything. Like just everything, like the way that she will always and forever put on women like
Right.
black women too, like not even just on the screen but behind the screen, in the
Yeah.
writer's room, this on the soundtrack is black women, the producers,
Oh
everybody
yeah.
all up and through here is black women, and it's good too.
I was about to say that soundtrack is
It's
really good.
good.
I recently just downloaded it, but she talks about. I feel like Issa Rae talks about something that's super important. Is that like when you're on the come up, it's you have to look at your peers. It's not the
Yes,
people who are above you. It's the people who are like
beside
sitting
you.
next to you, and that's how you
Yeah,
raise everyone
yeah.
up. So I was like, she's literally a living testimony of that, of bringing people along. So
1000%. Dreezy was talking about this on Twitter the other day because she wrote the music, some of the music for Rap Shit, and she was talking about how like this
mhm,
is my first writing placement for a TV show ever, and I was so nervous,
yeah,
but it's being received so well. And Dreezy is another one of the rappers I feel like we've mentioned, like so talented, has really
yeah,
not gotten like the respect or the moment that I really think she deserves and she's like ready for. But
mhm,
it seems like she's been tweeting about things lately that have been happening that are all just good. And I'm like, maybe this is going to launch Dreezy into her big
right,
moment that I think she really deserves to have. So I'm super
right.
excited for that. Seduce and Scheme
Mhm.
has been on constant repeat. She said seduce and scheme. And she said bad bitch living rent free in his pockets. Yeah, I need to get
Fuck
on that.
yes.
I need to get on that. Because Christmas
Yo,
and
I
my
was
birthday is coming
so
up, bitch. I need to get on that real quick.
yo, like my sister, we watched the show together, my sister and I, and she's like, "So I'm ready for them to come out with a new song because I'm tired of hearing Seduce and
How
Scheme."
could she be tired of
But
that?
I mean, like I was getting tired of it a little bit, and I was calling them each their own name, Seduce and Scheme. Like
We know which
I was
one
like,
is
"This
which.
that's Seduce."
We
Well, yeah,
know.
you know which one. You know which one is which. But
What do you think is going to happen in season 2? Do you think Mia's
I
going to go to
think,
jail for scamming? Like
ooh,
like
I
Jay
don't
Z?
know. I don't know. You got to watch the last
Okay.
episode. However,
Oh, I'm
I do
nervous.
think it will. I think it will explore potentially like what it's like working in the industry, like doing like
Mm.
tours,
Ooh.
about like exploitation,
I
maybe a
can't
little
wait.
bit. So I feel like that they might hit on that a little bit more, and then it's like the struggle of like staying relevant, but like true to your like
Yeah,
personhood.
I love that. I can't wait. I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for. I hope they like get a bunch of like female rappers to guest star on the show at some point. I
Yeah,
hope
that would be
I
really
think it'll be
fun.
really amazing. I just can't wait to see. Like I feel like first seasons are always so like you're dipping your toe in the
It's a lot of
water. A lot of
foundation.
laying the foundation, dipping your toe in the water of trying things out. But with the second season, you can really do so much. I feel like that's the time when a show can really prove itself and really experiment and throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. So I'm interested to
Hmm.
see what they're gonna do for that because this is something like obviously we're like passionate as hell about. So we're just like, are they going to do this? Are they going to explore this? Are they going to talk about this? Like, I want to know it all. And Issa, why don't you call us, girl? Like,
yeah, give us a call, girl. Say what's up. Say what's up. If you want to bring people along, like, just say what's up. Just say what's up.
I don't know who I need to call and who Ray, but I'll be on the phone 24 hours a day waiting on you, Issa. Like, I really want to be a part of this. And I feel like now that they've been announced for a season 2, now it's time to start our campaign. Okay, Issa needs to listen to our show. I'm gonna tweet her once every day until she blocks me.
She'll be like, damn, girl, I heard you.
I'm be like, but did you listen to the show though? Did you hear it?
Right.
Did you hear it?
Listen, though.
Okay, in our last topic, before we talk about music, Flo Milli is going on tour and she's bringing Mona Leo to open.
I think it's perfect. It just makes sense.
Tour. I was trying to get a ticket for LA, but it's literally sold out.
It's sold out for you?
Like, so I might go to Santa Ana to go see the show, but I'm gonna have to like, that's a little bit far from me. Like, going all the way out to Santa Ana to see a show. Now the ticket to go see the show,
right?
Santa Ana, shit on the show was like $32. Like, whatever. It's not gonna be a
that's show.
It's not gonna be a ton of money because she's not gonna do a really very long set. You know, I'm imagining Mona Leo's set is gonna be like 10 minutes and Flo's is gonna be like 30 or 40. Like, so
that makes sense.
So I'm gonna wait till we get a little bit closer to the date to see if I can just get a ticket for LA. But bitch, this is perfect because that's who the fuck I want to see on tour. Them two bitches.
No,
together,
literally, I'm looking up the tickets right now.
I'm gonna get my ticket right now.
I was like, let me see how much this is.
And bitch, I might get the meet and greet too. I might. But
I was like, what is meet and greet looking like? This is $60.
So
it's affordable.
It's doable. All in all, you would not be spending that much money. Now, what do we think?
What
do we think the set list should be? First of all, I think she should open up with I think she should open up with 19, and I think she should close the show with Week. I think that's interesting. And in between, she can just do a mix of so much stuff. She has so much material.
That's true.
I think she has so much material that people really have connected to.
Yeah,
that she could do.
I love it when artists are able to like. I think I talked about how like Usher really did this well at Something in the Water of like being able to combine like his old school stuff and then being able to mix in like the new. So I feel like Flo Milli would do a good job of like remixing songs into her sets. But I would want to hear. I think I would want to hear Beef at the end.
Okay, that's fair.
Probably.
But niggas
that
would
be my end
if
song.
she played it.
I would. I'd be like, where are we going on U Street?
I'd be like, Flo, what club you finna be at after this?
Where are you going? Where are we going? We're going. What we doing?
You can't end with that kind of shit because niggas is not gonna know the show is over. So she gotta do that. Maybe she'll do Beef at the top.
Like mid-set.
Or mid-set. Maybe she'll do Beef. I know they're gonna do We Not Humping remix, and I can't fucking wait.
Yes.
I can't fucking wait to be like, I got shit for a broke ass nigga. I'm gonna say that shit with my chest.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna scream.
Literally.
My bag way bigger. When Mona Leo sees me out there rapping Beating Down Your Block and I'm like actually popping veins in my face, she's gonna be
I'm like, just invite me on stage, sis. Just like invite me. Just like, hey, you know what? I got this.
You know
I got this.
Do you
real quick.
Are you tired?
I got this. Tap me in. Tap me in, bro. No, honestly.
No, but I
feel like
so good. Yeah, I do.
No, I think this was like a perfect combo of girls to go on tour.
And I think it's a perfect time for her too, for Flo Milli to go on tour. I think it'll give the album like a second. You know, I feel like push. I think it'll do for her what the tour that Lotto went on did for 777.
Oh, that's true.
Give it another moment, you know, because like I just think there's so much more in this album that she can squeeze out of it. So I'm really glad that she's doing this tour. Like, it's a really good idea for her. And I'm really glad that she's and you know what? And maybe next she'll be opening for somebody big.
True.
You know, like Lotto's opening for Lisa.
No, I was about to say like literally same type of
Mm-hmm.
situation. But I love that that's how like concerts make you feel, like reconnecting with like the
Oh,
album and
don't it?
like making it feel so much, it feels like realer because it's like they put their heart and soul into this
And now
album
they're
and then you get to see them
performing.
express
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it's such a beautiful thing
Like
to
when you
see.
see Beyonce live, you're like, there's a moment where you're like, wait a minute, she's actually right there. Like, like we're in the same
Same
room.
room, breathing the same
I have
air.
breathed the same air as Beyonce twice. Twice.
I actually haven't been to a Beyonce concert,
Mm,
and I've heard everybody who's gone has told me it's just like it is such a breathtaking
you
experience
really won't be
that you
ready.
can't even
You
recreate it. Like,
can't.
yeah, like people cry at her concert, and I'm like, I
Girl,
could
I got a
see.
job just so I can go to her concert. I was
I
working
love that.
security at Soldier Field simply so I could
Hmm.
see On the Run tour.
That's that's actually the best loophole.
And I was making sure I said, please, you can put me on the floor. I can handle these niggas. If they
I
get
got
rowdy,
it.
and I abandoned my post. I just abandoned you know what? I fully hadn't intended to actually. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay professional so they can rehire me this summer. But the second they came down that elevator, I had no sense.
You
I
had no,
had no
yeah.
sense. I had
I
lost
know.
I had lost it. And I said, fuck this job, took off my shirt, was just out there in my little t-shirt so could nobody see me enjoying the concert while I was at work.
I'm weak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to do what you got to
And that
do,
was what I
though.
had to do in 2018. And I would do it again.
I would do it
And I would do
again.
it again. Okay? If it came to that bitch, I would do it again. Okay?
I'm weak.
But let's get into new music.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
about new music. So the Fuck
All
Nigga
right.
Free remix finally dropped, and it actually ended up featuring JT and Lotto. But true to messy internet nigga fashion, the version featuring Saweetie that was chopped for, they said, reasons not relating to anybody except label shit. Like maybe they couldn't work it out with who knows what the fuck ever. I don't know.
Who
I don't know what
knows?
these
Who
niggas be
knows?
doing. Of course, that version leaked as well. So I want to know your thoughts on both versions.
Okay. So, like, I enjoyed both versions. I think Sweetie, this was one of Sweetie's better features. However, I can understand why it got cut because it didn't necessarily fit into, I feel
Okay.
like, what FNF stands for. Because she talked about like be with like other dudes and like trying to get their type of attention in some ways in her verse. But I feel like JT and like
Mm-hmm.
Lotto's verses were like, yeah, like F these niggas,
Yeah.
like we're doing our own thing, having fun, but like
Mm-hmm.
Sweetie's verses still revolved around a
Mm-hmm.
man in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Okay.
like, but I feel like in general, like her verse was good though,
Yeah.
but I just didn't fit.
Mm. I hear you. I actually hadn't thought about or hadn't thought about it from that perspective of it not fitting into the song. Because I'll be honest, I like Sweetie's verse, and
It
you
was
will usually
good,
never hear me say that. But
right?
I really like the verse. However, I I just think that JT was meant to be on this song, and
Oh, 100%.
and I understand why Carisha wasn't, and I understand why putting JT on
Mm,
this song and not putting Carisha on this song, like it just made sense. Like the bitches on here,
I
yeah,
didn't even think about Carisha being on the song.
exactly, because it wasn't missing her. I think Lotto
Yeah.
added this like really. I think Lotto is gassed the fuck up right now. Like
Mhm.
she has a battery in her back right now, and you can hear it in everything
Mhm.
she's releasing. You can see it in all her videos. Like
Yeah.
she is working this moment that she's having, and I think JT is getting there. JT is getting to that point.
Okay.
Is getting to that point that Lotto is at right now. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is as solo. I think this is JT's best feature verse. The fuck nigga
Oh,
free. I
okay.
really do. I really do.
She also did a recent she did the Freaky Girl
Yeah.
remix as well,
So
right?
yeah, let's discuss that.
What did you think?
How do I say this and remain professional. Why the fuck? Okay, I'm trying. Why the fuck was Katie Got Bands on this song? Why the fuck was Katie Got Bands on this song? Why the fuck?
I actually haven't heard her part.
Why the fuck was...
I've only heard JT's.
Exactly. This shit was so ass. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What was the rush of putting this out? What was the rush? Everything about this song sounds rushed. Every little bit of it sounds rushed and unfinished. 1,000% of it. What? Like, why do this? Why? And then to call it the Queen's Mix after Beyonce just released the Queen's Mix of Break My Soul, infinitely better. And the thing is if you're gonna do a thing like this where you do like a super Avengers song, you gotta do it well.
I was like, this ain't that ain't.
And the thing is I think when people choose to do these songs, like they choose people who are gonna fit the style very well. Nicki Minaj very openly said, I put them on the song because they were the ones who congratulated me on going #1. Now that sound crazy to you?
Does that not sound wild?
That sounds nuts. How old are you, bitch? You will be 40 in December. And this is how you asked in? But we gonna get it.
So if I would have said, I was like, so if I would have said congratulations, I would have been on the track too. Like I rap too. Like
over there and tell her you got a verse right now.
So
you got a verse right now.
So
I'm finna tell her.
I got a verse right now.
I'm finna tell her. Brianna actually
Tweeter
has a verse.
Tweeter, she's on right now.
You
so
know,
like, I mean, she's on. Yeah, that's what we're gonna move into our main topic because right have you all been seeing this? Because Mariah really brought it to my attention.
The thing is I want everybody to know we had plans.
She's on a rampage.
We had plans to talk about something else. Like we fully hadn't thought like this was not what we were going to talk about today. Yeah. But there was no way to avoid it. There was no way to avoid it. We had to talk about this shit.
Yeah, it's actually quite insane. So like I did like a brief scroll like this morning of Nicki Minaj's like Twitter line, and I was just like, honestly, like the fuck, like it just like it was sporadic. It was like very, I don't know what the word is. It's just it was just weird. It's weird. Manic.
It's a very all over the place. Somebody tweeted, so Nicki Minaj is simultaneously beefing with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Coi Leray, Asian Doll, Remy Ma, and somebody else. And they said, and you don't see that as being the problem? And you don't see that as being the problem? And then somebody else tweeted something. They were like, I think the tweet said, wait, let me go find it. Somebody said, fuck Coi Leray, fuck Lotto, fuck Megan, fuck Cardi, fuck Asian, fuck Lakia, fuck Lil Kim, fuck Remy Ma, fuck Missy Elliott, fuck Queen Latifah, fuck Glorilla. What? And I said, is this not mental illness? And their bio is write a rap, sis. And then in the next tweet, she says, I don't care about female rap unity.
Well, obviously, that you made that very apparent from the jump.
My thing is like, so Nicki Minaj felt sort of way about the way. First of all, everybody who's on the song, but especially JT and Malibu Mitch. I mean, dick the fuck riding on Twitter, and then Lakia was like, now you know what? There is a difference between being a fan and what the fuck JT was doing. And so everybody felt a way about that. She was like, I've never been that kind of person. Like, I'm not about to dick ride for no verse. I'm not about to do that. Right. And you know what? That's fine. Nicki Minaj is like on a rampage. Like she's going on AMP on her Queen radio. I'm so mad that I wish that back into the universe because I forgot how toxic and awful it was. Like I only remember the funny parts of it. I don't remember
the funny parts, right? Exactly.
She's getting on there talking about somebody, forced a drink on her when she was trying to have a baby. I said, "You're 39." And then everybody on Twitter immediately starts harassing Megan Thee Stallion, and Megan is like, obviously that's a lie. Like, that's not me. I would never do that. And they're like, "Oh, but why would you respond? Why would you respond?" Because you tweeted at me saying that I was telling a pregnant woman to abort her child. What do you
Like, are you kidding
mean?
me?
And they're attacking her. They're attacking Cardi, and Cardi is like, and basically none of the girls are adding each other.
Yeah, I was supposed to say they're like not really engaged, like,
No.
or I was like not directly engaged.
No, but it's so whack what Nicki Minaj is doing, you know? And
yeah,
it's so,
honestly, it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It's past embarrassing. I'm sorry.
And I feel like we've been talking about like just I guess her demise the past like year or so and some change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like unfortunate to see like a fall of grace and like the clasping of.
I think she's stumbling. And
okay, yes, fair. Yeah, like I mean, like she hasn't. I would say, I guess, been running things like she thought she has for the past like I don't know. What do we want to say? Like 5 to 8 years or so.
Say like 3 or 4 years, sure.
So like, I don't know. It's sad to see like kind of her go out in this type of way. But the Barbs are like clinging. Like
it's disgusting.
I've never met a fan base this like
disgusting.
I'm a ride. Like I'm a hottie, but I'm not riding for Meg like that.
You're a grown ass woman. You got bills to pay. You have a life outside of the internet. These people are nuts. True. And it is, and we talk about, like, our whole topic is about the toxicity of Nicki Minaj's legacy. You know?
Yeah.
And I think there's no way around it, around how much the Barbs are a huge part of that. These people are harassing people, threatening to kill them, threatening to get them sexually assaulted. And she finds it funny. And she says, well, they picked on me, but she's not saying who's picking on her. She's saying, well, they're talking about me in group chats. Who? And what is said? And the Barbs are just running with it. And she's egging them on to be violent and racist and misogynistic. And she wants to hide behind, well, I'm a black woman. But all the Barbs ever do is dox black women. And I think her closeness to them, she is way too old to be 39 years old on the internet, engaging with stan accounts the way that she does, and way too far into her career to be doing this. There's a level of engaging with your fans and then having some distance because you're a grown-ass woman.
Totally.
Because you're a grown-ass woman.
It's like literally her own hype corner. Like they'll validate anything that she has to say,
and it doesn't matter
blindly follow her like no question.
It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't matter if it's bad. They're on Team Nicki Minaj. The way that they rushed to vilify a victim of rape and sexual assault, the way that they did when it came out that she was married to this man who is a registered sex offender who was convicted of rape and assault and has been in jail for it, the way that they all rushed to make this woman's life a living hell, I think maybe that should have been the point at which, we knew as she should have distanced herself from them. But she didn't. She's too far in. I think the closeness, she has way too many predators in her life. From her brother, who she paid his, legal bills when he was battling that case, but he's a convicted pedophile, to Tekashi 6ix9ine, who she's done multiple songs with, even though he's he's been arrested for assault, even though he is a convicted, whatever felon, and even though he's Mexican or Hispanic or whatever he is and says nigga in like every song, she doesn't see that as wrong.
A problem, yeah.
It's not a problem to her. And then on top of that, her fucking husband. Everybody keeps saying like when she was tweeting about PNB Rock, like, oh, how dare you tweet out, the location for some chicken and waffles. First of all,
that's not the problem.
Thank you.
The problem is I should be able to enjoy my food, post whatever I want, and not be expected to be robbed or killed. Period.
Thank you. And
we're focused on the wrong thing here.
Here's my thing. You're going to Roscoe's in Inglewood. That's a neighborhood. It's a very popular chain restaurant. Even if you've never been to California, you know Roscoe's chicken. You know, Inglewood is a black neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that they didn't see that nigga walk in there and go down the street to get something out the house?
Totally.
They don't know that this woman had anything to do with it, but they rushed to like attack this black
Like, are
woman.
you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, now, like, really?
After she just watched this man die in front of her. The only thing we should have been doing was sending her condolences and letting that be the end.
Right, and versus giving your opinion about, like, well, she should have done this on the internet. Are you kidding me?
And then on top of that, but my whole point in bringing that up is niggas is like, are you really talking? Because we know your address. We know your address. Everybody was like, and why was everybody at Beyonce's birthday party and Nicki Minaj wasn't? Because Nicki Minaj can't, her husband, she can't take them kids nowhere. She going live from AMP in the studio. Your husband couldn't be at the VMAs. Why? Because it's across the street from a Chuck E. Cheese. And let's talk about the VMAs.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about the VMAs.
Yeah.
Where were all of her peers? Where was Young Money? Didn't they just reunite? Why the fuck were the Barbs handing her the award? Where were the people in the audience who were the music peers? I saw the people like Addison Rae, Young Gravy, you know, niggas like that in the audience. I didn't see none of Nicki Minaj's age mates. I didn't see none of the people who she says is on her level there to support her. And why do you think that is?
Was that rhetorical, or was that...
I'm just saying, why do we think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, that's also curious because it's like you said, they just did a Young Money reunion.
Right.
Why weren't her peers there?
And
like,
Lil Wayne of all people.
Lil Wayne of all people.
Her. You would think that he would have shown up for her. Didn't show up to give her that award. Didn't even show up to be in the audience to watch her set. It didn't do it. Where were her peers? Where were the people she says, she talks about how these girls aren't on her level, and sure, they're not. But they also haven't had, you know, almost 20 years in the game the way you have.
Of experience,
and she's talking about how, like, oh, they want to come in and think they're deserving of this, that, and they don't want to do the work. Who's not doing the work?
Yeah, I was like, who's not doing the work?
Coyle Ray is even out here still performing at festivals. Even though people are actively booing her. Rico Nasty is getting up on stage and niggas is throwing water bottles at her. She was like, I was suicidal on this tour. Meg is performing all around the world. Lotto is performing at every award show, releasing on everybody's album, on everybody's single. Who's not doing this work that she's...
Who's not working
that she's talking about? That's what I want to know. Who is she referring to that's not doing the work?
Right. And is she referring to the work as kissing her ring?
Yes, and that's the problem, is these insecurities. We talked about this in our first series, you know, from Pink Friday to WAP, about how for so long, everything that Nicki Minaj was doing was really, I'm not going to say completely unprecedented, but it had practically not happened in almost 20 years.
Yeah.
By the time she had come into the game. And so when she was doing it, and she was just undisputed with this shit. But it's so clear that even like the somebody peeks in the door, she's so insecure. She's so insecure and she's so defensive, and it's obsessive the way that she's defensive and insecure about it.
Right. And I mean, you can literally see it from her tweets.
It's so bad to see her like this.
It's so bad. Like, I encourage you all to, or you don't have to actually. There's a couple of videos on TikTok that really break down like the themes of what she really is like expressing on Twitter. But it's hard to watch.
It's hard to watch, and you know she makes this point too. And I logged in to I downloaded AMP to log in to Queen Radio because I just had to see, was she actually gonna spill this tea like she said she was gonna spill?
Right.
She didn't spill any fucking tea. She didn't say any names. She's just on there gabbing with her barbs, you know, egging them on to go and
that's so weird.
People. And I'm like, girl, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Don't you have a baby? You ain't got shit else to do.
Right.
And she's gabbing with the barbs, but she kept talking about how like they're not buying your album, you know, they're not streaming things. The farm streaming of her music is...
Let's talk about that.
It's getting so sad. And I tweeted this from our account the other day, just about, do you realize how ridiculous it is to know so deeply about how charting works that you are like telling everybody you need to stream this song 70 times a day so it goes number one. You need to buy this many digital downloads so it goes number one. Does nobody see that as nuts? At what point do we just enjoy the music?
Right. I was like, this is low key giving what is it? Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez wanting to go number one
They were doing
back
it before then.
a couple years ago.
The Barbs have been doing this forever. Only now they've gotten very serious about it. And I'm like, y'all ain't got shit else to do? Like the farm streaming of music and the way that it's become so oversaturated with that. I hate talking about numbers. I hate talking about charts. I hate talking about sales. Because to me, that doesn't matter. I'm a lover of the music. And if it's good, I'm going to listen to it. I agree. I'm going to listen to it. But I don't give a fuck about where it charts.
No, I agree. Like, it's the quality of the music, the artistry that goes into it versus, like, what's being decided by these, like, arbitrary numbers of people. And bots, like, everything could be manipulated. So it's like... Yeah. So, like, what's truth? We actually don't know. The actual quality of the music.
Important, you know? And the way that her shit just falls off of the Billboard charts after 1 week. That's very telling. Right. That's very telling. And I think this closeness that she has to her fans is, you know, toxic for many reasons. One, we're just seeing the decline of her as, you know, as a figure, as a person that we used to respect, as a person we grew up with, as a person we always, you know, we thought, damn, like this was it. She was Nicki Minaj. Everybody knows. Everybody has 1, 2, 3 Nicki Minaj songs that they can just rap. You know, just fucking like bar for bar. But to see the way that she has just become so unhinged, like, just becoming so fucking like ridiculously obsessed over all of these little tiny things, and her fans, and the closeness that she has to her fans is really clouding her judgment. From the fact that, you know, she's not getting better as an artist.
Yeah, I would say that's fair to say.
She's not improving. I'm not seeing any difference in what I was hearing on the Queen album, which I hated, and what I'm hearing in her music now.
I agree.
Where's the hunger? Where's that, you know, but it doesn't matter though, because as soon as she releases something, the Barbs are gonna farm stream it like they're fucking cattle to make it go number one, to make it look like they actually like this when they don't give a fuck.
Then they don't,
They give a fuck about titles, about records being broken, about number ones, but they don't actually care about the quality. And if you really cared about an artist, wouldn't you be the first to critique them, to say, I don't think this is the best that you could be doing?
Totally.
Yeah. Who does she have in her camp that does that?
Honestly, like, I feel like the more that we talk about the Barbs, I'm like, does this sound like a cult?
Like, but it is, though.
You know what I mean? What do you mean? Like, if you think about the elements of a cult, right?
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, listen, cults, they happen in lots of different ways. I'm very into cults. I know a lot about them. I listen to a lot of podcasts about them. This is not that far. Oh, really? Nicki Minaj is, you know, or the Barbs are just like one step away from saying, let's all just go to Barb Island. Barb Island. You know what? I'd be good. I think the Barbs should start their own social media platform.
Right. So they could just ride on Nicki Minaj.
They could dick ride Nicki Minaj in peace. Like, because I'm tired of seeing it. I think Nicki Minaj should start her own social media platform. And just leave Twitter, leave Instagram, leave us the fuck alone. Because that's all you actually want. That's all you actually want is their approval. And it's ridiculous the way that she's become that codependent with.
I was going to say even their approval, but I'm like, she likes the attention as well, attention. Like from everybody else, like not even just Barbs. Just like she wants to be able to see people are talking about her.
Oh, again. She loves to be talked about. She's always like, why am I trending? I'm trending number one. And this and that, and I'm like, you're 40. This is Twitter. You have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Why are you
and a child?
And a husband that you love so motherfucking bad, baby. You let your house be on down bad for this nigga, apparently. And you're here on Twitter? I mean, she was tweeting. They said she's been tweeting for 48 hours straight. and It's Giving Coke was trending.
Coke.
It's Giving Coke was trending because,
Coke.
baby, what other explanation could you come up with for that? Not a one.
Yeah.
Not a one.
No.
I can't think of nothing that could be an explanation for this. Like, and they're like, oh, Nicki Minaj is finally clapping back after the way that people have been attacking her. Who and what?
Who's attacking her?
Oh, they're saying all this shit in group chats. Have you seen?
Oh, have you seen them? Are you in the group chats too?
They've been talking about these rap girls in group chats because Nicki mentioned, oh, all the rap girls were in their little group chats talking about me, and someone sent me a screenshot, posted it.
Yeah, if you about it.
It's not real, Brianna. I say, is the person in this room with us, Nicki? Is the person who sent you these screenshots? Are they in the room with us right now?
Are they in the room with us right now? Right. Oh my God.
It's giving that though. It's giving that, and
that's insane.
It's just, on one hand, I'm disgusted, so horribly disgusted by the way that the Barbs have been, doxing Black women and have been just behaving and the things that I've been seeing. But I am so sad to see her go out this way.
No, me too. Like I said, it's like it's a fall from grace, and it's unfortunate that like she couldn't just like kind of like hand the baton over and be like, okay, like, there's artists like I think like Jay-Z, I think said it well, is like, I'm never gonna retire, but there's times that I can be able to like indulge in music because it's something that I love, I'm passionate about. Like, she couldn't just kind of like, fall back into the background and release music. Like the single, she had fun with it, cool, this is it, leave it on the table, walk away. But now it's just like, I don't know, it's just like trying to grasp something, some last glimmer of hope, which is not there.
But the thing is, and I hate to compare it to this. But even, the thing is like, you being at this age doesn't have to mean that your career is slowing down. Beyonce just released the best album of her career. But the way that she is the queen, like, she does it with grace. You know what I mean? Like, there's this, like, I don't need to come to Twitter to say, why the fuck don't people respect me? I'm such a disrespected legend, but I'm the motherfucking queen and everybody knows it. Like, that's what Nicki Minaj is doing. She's on Twitter and simultaneously saying, people don't respect me, with, oh, these bitches need to kiss my ring. Everybody knows I'm the queen. If everybody knows it, you don't have to keep saying it.
You don't have to say it.
You don't have to keep saying it. You don't have to keep saying it.
What's understood does not have to be said.
Exactly. And she's losing it.
Right. Very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Barbs, keep your wits about you.
Child. It's, what wits? They don't have any. And it's sad. I would never want to call myself that. It's so violent. It's awful. And I just don't have any words other than, just how disappointed I am. I'm really disappointed in Nicki Minaj. I'm really disappointed in the grown motherfuckers who engage in this shit. Because I hope every single one of y'all that's out there, like, sending people death threats, I hope somebody tracks your IP address. I hope you lose your job. I hope you go to jail. I hope you, because you don't see that as being fucking nuts.
No.
That's crazy to me.
It's crazy.
It's crazy to me to be able to do that to somebody. And it's really sad for Nicki Minaj. It really is. I'm not saying her career is over. I'm just saying she has to understand that she's going to be looked at a different way by people who are respected.
No, of course.
By people who used to respect her.
It'll be so interesting to see like her like hip hop 60 minutes like of like 15 years from now of like all these tweets that come up and like all the stuff you said. They'll be like, and Minaj said this, and like, that's when things really took a turn.
And what do you say in response to that? Like, what is Nicki Minaj going to say in response to that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess
we will have to see. Oh my gosh, child, that's exhausting. It's exhausting to think.
Yeah, I was about to say I have nothing else to say about Nicki
nothing.
Minaj.
song. But
Maybe.
okay, so if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you so much for listening. We're so happy to be back in your ears, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girl's At, brought to you by Textured Air, a brand dedicated to celebrating Black girl culture, past, present, and future. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can find us on Twitter at WhereMyGirlsAt2 and Instagram, WhereMyGirlsAt_TH. Make sure you check out our other podcasts, Does It Hold Up?, The Blacklist, and all the other content we offer on our website, texturedair.com. Until next time,